$300,000? Bam!
Hello and welcome back. Storage Wars is not your typical reality TV show, but it still has a loyal group of fans and followers. In 2011, there were over 50,000 abandoned storage units in the United States, and their contents equaled a value of about $1 billion. This fact is the perfect base behind the creation of Storage Wars. The show is about a group of veteran bidders, and it revolves around the unknown, strange, and unexpected things which can be found in storage lockers. Over 12 seasons, this show has proved that nothing is trash and treasure can be found in some of the most unexpected places. Due to this, it soon became popular. The bidders on the show can only take a brief look in the locker before buying it, so there's no telling if they'll end up purchasing a locker full of junk or costly valuables. Certain discoveries on the show have stood out and even earned the buyers massive sums of money. In this video, we will be taking a look at some of the most valuable discoveries on the show. But before we go on, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It will give you access to all of our future content. Also, keep watching till the end to find out the most valuable items or lockers on the show. Number 5. The Comic Book Store. In Season 5, Daryl earns himself one of the most profitable lockers on the show. One of the reasons why Daryl Sheets is referred to as the Gambler is because of his consistency in hitting jackpots from storage units. Daryl is never reluctant to bid as long as he sees something worthwhile. He is willing to gamble big time just to get that one big payday. He managed to do it once again to a storage unit which he dubbed as the Holy Grail of Toys. The unit was filled with an entire inventory and toys from a comic book store. There's everything ranging from vintage comic books to valuable action figures still in mint condition in their original box, and it cost him $15,750. It was an endless supply of G.I. Joes, Hot Wheels, and a host of other collectibles, along with a massive collection of comics.
Bring $1,500. That thing's worth at least $1,000. OMG! All Spawn toys, $100. Look at the size of these Frankenstein collectible dolls. $150.
Ed Roth, Rat Fink, Hot Wheels.
Here, G.I. Joe,
White out.
G.I. Joe, Space, G.I. Joe.
The value count from the comics kept rising till it got to a total of over $90,000. Number 4. Vintage Peep Show Machine. Now, this storage unit find appears on the list because of how unusual it is for him to make these types of discoveries. At a value of $7,000, the Vintage Peep Show Machine was one of the best discoveries that Barry had on the show. He had quite a brief time on the show as well, and it is also one of the most unique items anyone has ever pulled from a storage unit. The origin of the spinning wheel was dated back to the 20th century and was used to watch films by cranking it and watching the images spin around in a circle like a flip book. This was the olden days example of the DVD player, and it was nowhere close to being portable. It earned the Peep Show title because many of these machines were used to watch dirty movies, so to speak, back before anyone knew about, well, you know. Number 3. The Elvis Collection. Dave Hester was a savvy, though confrontational player who managed to get some great deals for himself during his time on the program. In 2010, he demonstrated just how lucky he could be. He bid $750 on an old storage unit filled with newspapers. It turned out that these papers were of value. The newspapers in the storage unit had a very important publication date, August 16, 1977, the day Elvis died. Newspaper clippings used to be more important before the advent of social media and cell phones, but after some time, people stopped reading newspapers. As the reading culture diminished, so did the decrease in the value of any newspaper clippings. However, these newspapers can still hold quite some value in present day. The newspaper clippings which Dave had found in the locker were from the day that Elvis died, since these clippings were also found along with a lot of other Elvis collectibles and ended up being one of the biggest finds on the show. The value of what was found in that storage locker equaled the sum of $90,000. Number 2. Vintage dental equipment. Every once in a while, the guys in the show find equipment so ridiculous that it's hard to believe that anyone would ever make something like that. This discovery is strange because as the bidders try to gain possession of different storage units, they sometimes find something that shouldn't even be there. A good example is the case of this vintage dental equipment. Because of the peculiarity of the fins, there were claims that the show was fake. The claims that the show is fake were dealt with, and the show has gone over for quite some time, and bidders have followed the same routine to lay their hands on materials. In season 2, Barry came across a box with that vintage dental equipment. Inside the box was a tooth puller that was 200 years old, and basically just loosened the tooth before pulling it. Now that's painful.
I just landed a whole bunch of antique dental tools or something like that. This might be something right here to get checked out, I'm telling you. I hate...
Number 1. Frank Gutierrez Artwork Collection. The artwork isn't a really crazy item to find. It could be even described as one of the easiest discoveries which you could make in these lockers. Over the course of the show's 12 seasons, there have been many discoveries of a variety of artwork and paintings, but none of them have ever been as valuable as what Daryl Sheets found in season 3. He found one of the biggest collections of artwork by any artist ever. It almost seemed as if this was Frank Gutierrez's personal locker that he used to store his work. There were several pieces of art of all shapes and sizes that ended up being appraised for close to $300,000, making it the biggest find in the show's existence.
$300,000. Congratulations.
Hold on just a minute. $300,000?
How crazy is that an artist would store so much of that valuable artwork and just leave it? Maybe it was owned by a fan, or maybe someone was going to sell it but lost the unit before having the chance. Thank you for watching it till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. What discovery shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. See you again next time.